Ganesh Natarajan, Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer at Zensar Technologies, joins us to walk us through how things moved for the company for the quarter gone by. Ganesh, good morning and thank you for joining us. While summing up the quarter and the sequential growth, tell us how much of your top line growth in dollar terms was largely a function of volume growth and how much was a function of pricing?
See, if you look at the quarter, I think we had an 18.6% growth over the previous year, and PAT, of course, grew 41.3%. And I think if you look at the key drivers of growth this quarter, it has been an excellent performance by for applications business. In fact, if you see the numbers, you'll find that there was a 9% sequential growth in the American business, which is the applications business. Europe was even better, it was 16.3%. So pricing itself, I think, is not very significant change quarter on quarter. And of course, there was a negative dip because of the currency fluctuation. So in spite of the fact that I think the applications business has really held up, where we are still slow is our infrastructure business, because as you may be aware, we've been doing a complete turnaround of the services portfolio, which are much more focused on what we call dual shore services as compared to multi-vendor services. So that the dual shore services has grown. We have actually reduced the dependence on products. So while IM remains on a year-on-year basis fairly flat, I think the signs are very good, because I think we will see significant growth in all sides of the business in the coming year.
Ganesh, hi, morning. Application management services continues to be, growing for you guys, while infra management and products business continues to show weak traction. What reason would you attribute for the slowdown in these two verticals?
See, product, as I mentioned, we have decided consciously to reduce it to a level of around 8 million per quarter. So this quarter is about $8.5 million US, and we intend to keep it that way. So what it needs in terms of growth is the services business to grow, which has grown on a year-on-year basis, but has been, muted on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Next year, the goal is that the infrastructure management services business, we are looking at growing it in the region of 25 to 30%, and that is very substantial. And that will both increase the dependence on higher profitability services business and completely reduce the dependence on products. So while applications will hopefully grow double digit, which is what we definitely plan for next year, high double digit, we would also look at infrastructure management business growing services much faster and products being flat. So overall, I think a clear double-digit growth is on the cards for the current financial year.
Ganesh, on at least two occasions in the concluded quarter, you have informed of significant multi-million-dollar wins. Tell us more about the size and the scope of ramp-up for some of these key deal wins, and also give us some color of how much of these were new signings versus renewal.
Well, one of them, which is the most recent, is a $10.6 million deal, which we signed with a significant real estate company in America. And the reason we're excited about the deal is it kind of shows the full integration of our applications business and the IM business. Because this is a business which not only includes desk side support across multiple locations in the US, it also includes remote infrastructure management, providing a help desk, and over a period of time, a lot of that business will move to India. So I think that's one example. Similarly, we have multiple new businesses in both Oracle ERP, which is one of our mainstay businesses, as well as in the infrastructure business in the US and Europe. So all in all, with a pipeline of close to 200 million in infrastructure management, I think the investment we made in IM, especially in services, will really bear us in good standing in the years to come.